What a beautiful day it is today at the beach, I must say. Very, very gorgeous. So gorgeous. Now I think today we ought to take the camera, get out and do a little vlogging. Go check out some movie filming locations here in the greater Wilmington area. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. And today, that's just what we're going to do. We're going to go out and check out some filming locations for movies like Iron Man 3, The Conjuring, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film, which I always kind of hold near and dear to my heart because that was just such a good movie when I was a kid. I loved it. I have so many good memories from that. So, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing, it's free. Keep you in the loop for future uploads. So that being said, let's push off and get on our little journey today because this is going to be fun. We're going to get to see some really cool stuff, I bet, today. So let's go see them. This house I'm about to show you is really cool because it's been in not one, but two horror movies. It's been in The Conjuring and it's been in I Know What You Did Last Summer. So let's take a look at it. All right, friends, so here we are at the Conjuring House, and the owner just invited me to come up and take a little bit closer look, so you know I'm gonna take him up on that. All right guys, so we are here at the Conjuring House in the I Know What You Did Last Summer, and this here is the gentleman that's the caretaker of the property, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what he remembers of these movies being filmed here.
Yeah, for I Know What You Did Last Summer, they painted it a different color and put a new roof on it for us. And when they finished, they painted it back white, but that was so long ago, it needs it again.
Right.
And for I Know What You Did Last Summer, they spent months and months getting the yard right.
Yeah.
And they only filmed for like 3 weeks here.
Right. Oh, okay.
So it wasn't that long, but
yeah.
They didn't film inside the house at all. They built this house in the studio.
Oh, okay, okay. All the interior stuff was shot at a studio somewhere else. Just the outdoor stuff was.
And Screen Gems in Wilmington.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's what they did down there.
All right.
But they filmed quite a few movies here.
Yeah. Yeah, those two really stood out to me. I know when you go see, if you go to the store and you see the movie The Conjuring, right, they always have this house on the front of the Blu-ray or the DVD a lot of times with the trees and stuff,
the back of the house. We can walk around there.
Okay, all right, cool deal.
But, we had a couple of floods here since then. So the house has been a little damaged by the floods.
Yeah. Because this sits right on the Black River, right? Yeah. Right back here?
Yeah, I'm right on the river.
Wow.
But yeah, I remember they had Sadie the dog, they found her right down here. And whoever made the stuffed dog looked exactly like the real one.
Really?
They did a great job on that.
Man. Yeah, it just sits right on the water. Check that out.
Yeah, this cold weather's done some damage to me. But that's pretty much the picture you'll see on the posters and stuff right there.
Right.
Of the Conjuring House. That's what you'll see.
Man, that's so wild. Now, in the Conjuring movie, there's a scene where they're like, I don't know, one of the characters is like hanging out some clothes to be dried or something like that, and a sheet blows off up on the window.
That's over there.
That's over here on this side?
Right. They had a great big fan. It was hooked up just like a airboat blade on a V8 motor. And they sit out here to blow it up there.
Oh, okay. To give that effect of the storm was coming.
Yeah, and they had a clear plastic person-shaped thing sitting here, and when the sheet landed on it, it flopped down.
Right.
And the sheet flew up there to
that window, the one on the left right here at the top, right? And then there's somebody behind it, like when it finally flew down, that's when they have this figure.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
That's my bedroom right there, and I was in there talking to, because the person who played the witch is a guy.
Okay.
And I'm standing there talking to him, and the director, James Wang, he goes, quiet on the set. And I had to back up and be real quiet.
Yeah.
And then they shoot the scene. All right, cut.
Yeah.
And we start talking again. They had to shoot it 8 times.
Yeah.
You know how they do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet so.
Then they had the bird that flew in there and lay down there and went to flopping around. And they have 4 or 5 different ways of trying to get it to work.
Yeah.
They had puppets and strings and all that stuff to try to make it work.
This is so cool.
Yeah. I got animals has been in some of my trash bags outside. I got to clean that up here in a little while. It's been so cold I couldn't come outside.
Yeah, I know, right? It's been frigid lately.
Yeah. Come outside in about 10 minutes, my hands hurt so bad I had to go back in.
So we're walking around back here in his backyard, and I look up at this tree, and I just happen to notice there was a deer head up there. And the caretaker actually told me, he said, yeah, it got stuck in there. He's got to feed him a few times a day.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good. So that right there was pretty cool, to come out here to the Conjuring household and get to see the caretaker, the man who takes care of this place, and tell me a little bit of the stories of some of the movie magic that goes on here during the filming of some of these movies. So that was really cool. I don't know if I can beat that in my next stop, but by all means, let's continue on. This has been a lot of fun today. And this location was all about the 1990 movie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was a huge hit for me when I was a kid because I watched the cartoon. And this house right here that we're looking at is the Farmhouse, where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, along with April O'Neil and Casey Jones, this is where they took refuge after the foot soldiers had kidnapped Splinter. So let's take a quick look at it. And right here outside of Wilmington, North Carolina, is where the house still sits this very day. Looks a lot better now than it did in the movie. In the movie it looked pretty rough, very growed up, but this here is the actual property and the address where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Casey Jones and April took refuge in the movie and kind of got their heads right and become better ninjas, and then went for the finale to face Shredder and save Splinter. All right, friends, we have made it to our last destination, which is Rose Hill, North Carolina. We are here to see the Iron Man 3 filming locations, but lo and behold, when I got into town here in Rose Hill, North Carolina, not Tennessee like it was in the Iron Man 3 movie, but Rose Hill, North Carolina is home of the world's largest frying pan. I kid you not. So before we go look at that filming location, let's just browse over here just for a teeny second. We just got to see this because I love frying stuff. Okay, so here we are. World largest frying pan. Check this out. Built in 1963. Cooking oil, 200 gallons. Area 176 square feet. 40 gas burners. Capacity 365 chickens. Handle length is 6 feet long. Diameter 15 feet, and it weighs 2 tons. And right here is what you're dealing with. It's kind of sad because it's covered up today, but I totally get it. Because you can't leave stuff like this, you know, out in the weather. But right there is the handle of the frying pan. So check that out. So they have events here, I guess, in the summertime, you know, where they can come out here and do some cooking. Got some place over there, a sink to do a little bit of washing. My wife actually grabbing the handle, showing you the size of the frying pan handle. But that's right here in Rose Hill, North Carolina. So if someone ever asks you, hey, do you know where the world's largest frying pan is? You know now. Rose Hill was getting it done. All right, friends, now I'm in Rose Hill, North Carolina. And we are here because this is where some of the famous scenes from the movie Iron Man 3, which is part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Iron Man 3 was starring Robert Downey Jr. And I think that movie was actually released back in 2013. And Rose Hill, North Carolina was one of the filming locations for that very movie. So let's go take a look at one of them right now. So right here we're looking at East Church Street, which runs this way. And this here is Railroad Street right down through here. And right there's the railroad track. And then right here is the spot where in the movie Tony Stark and that little kid, the kid is showing him where the soldier had killed 5 people. And he made himself up, you know, everybody thinks that he just blew himself up with a bomb or nothing, but you know, if you watch the movie, you know that these people that are injecting themselves with this stuff that turns them into like this Mandarin character, you know, where they're almost like they can self-heal and things like that, and they have all these powers and strength. And this is where the soldier lost his life, and they would have been like a crater right here. And then on these walls you would have seen these, like, it was almost shadows of the people that had perished. And there was like 5 shadows, and the kid is telling them a story, but 6 people died. And so the 5 shadows, the kid's telling Tony Stark in the movie that was them going to heaven, and the 6th one, which was a soldier, it killed him, and he died in the process. His shadow ain't on the wall because he went to hell. That was the whole little story. I love the dynamic between Tony Stark and the kid in the movie. That's probably my favorite part about Iron Man 3. It wasn't my favorite out of the series, you know, out of all those Marvel movies, by no means, but it was a cool little part. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the movie, is just them sitting here at the crater at this memorial, and this is where it was all shot. And I just think that is so cool to be here to see part of movie history, because those movies right there are going to live forever, you know. And it's just so awesome just to think right here's where the filming was. Too bad these big old trailers from the fire department is sitting here, because I could kind of give you try to line up some of the scenes and stuff. But I definitely want to plug something here in this video to give you a kind of a refresher course of what it looked like in the movie. So definitely really cool to come here and check this out here in Rose Hill, North Carolina. So now we're going to go around the corner here where another scene was filmed, where he done a little investigation about the soldier that died right here in this spot. He goes and meets his mom, the soldier's mother, at Walker's Bar. And I'm going to show you where that was filmed. So just right here, probably about 40 feet, we come around this corner from where the memorial scene was shot. And now I'm over here on the corner of East Church Street and East Railroad Street. And then right over here where this sign up here says the Hit Pit Martial Arts, this is where the Walker Bar in the movie was. This is where that was located, where he meets the soldier's mother. So here we are. This is the Hit Pit Martial Arts building, and right here is where the bar was in Iron Man 3, where he goes in and he meets the dead soldier's mother for the first time, to question her and let her know that, yeah, your son did not kill those people on purpose. He was used as a weapon. And this is where, I think it was called Walker Bar in the movie, if I ain't mistaken. And he gets in a tussle in there, and he ends up getting handcuffed by one of the women that work for the Mandarin, and she's posing as some kind of Homeland Security agent. And so when he runs out of here handcuffed, you actually see him walk across, like run out into the street, and then he sees one of the other bad guys like stepping out of a car. He recognizes him, and then he looks the other direction, start running. You will actually see these storefronts right here in the background in that shot. So that is pretty much it here at Rose Hill. There's a few other places, but this is the places that stand out to me for the movie. So it's really cool to be here and see a little bit of Marvel movie magic, where it all happened, right here in Rose Hill, North Carolina. All right, friends, that will pretty much conclude our video today. I had a wonderful time hanging out, showing you some filming locations here in the greater Wilmington area. It was so much fun, and to end it off here in Rose Hill was really the cherry on top for me, because I'm a huge fan of Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And this was just so cool to finally see one of the scene areas, the filming locations for one of my favorite scenes from Iron Man 3. So awesome. So if you like today's content, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, as always, please go ahead and take care of that subscribe button. It costs you nothing. Thank you for your support. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Until next time, friends, I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you in our next adventure. Everyone, y'all please stay safe out there.